Let's talk about 10 animals that grieve for their loved ones after their death. Number 1. Elephants. Believe it or not, elephants cry. They bury their dead ones and pay tribute to the bodies and to the bones. Scientists have observed that elephants feel empathy. They toss dust upon the wounds of fellow elephants. They help others climb out of the mud and holes. They even have been seen plucking tranquilizing darts from the one another with their trunks. Researchers have observed that elephants trying to help dying friends, lifting them with tusks and trunks, crying out in distress. In One Amazing Elephant, Queenie Grace is an elephant that grieves for the loss of their trainer, whose name is Bill. Elephants do grieve, and they are one of those few animals who are similar to the humans in mourning patterns. Number 2. Monkeys. Monkeys of many different species act like gatekeepers or guards of their deceased loved ones, often standing watch over the body for days. They have been seen carrying the bodies of their dead babies, often for weeks, while screaming out in grief. Monkeys have strong social and familial connections, and it is believed that they are well aware that their companions have passed, much as humans come together in the mutual bonding when a shared loved one dies. So to do monkeys. They gather in groups and hug one another. Like elephants, chimpanzees often become so depressed after the death of their loved one they refuse to eat, sometimes even starving to death. Number 3. Dolphins. Animal death rituals certainly are not limited to the land or air. Dolphins have been known to spend time with their bodies of their fallen companions. They also use their heads and backs to hold up the dead calves for up to 30 minutes before finally letting go. There are differences among the dolphins of different species. A recent study discovered that the Atlantic spotted dolphin abandoned the dead ones much sooner than other species. It is believed by scientists that dolphins grieve partially because they live in pods of related individuals, where they usually spend a lifetime together. New evidence suggests that dolphins, like elephants and apes, may understand their own mortality and that of their loved ones. Number 4. Giraffes. In a Kenyan conservancy in 2010, a female giraffe remained beside the body of her 1-month-old calf for more than 4 days. Other females joined her and seemed to commiserate, wrapping their necks around one another in sort of hug. Like human beings, the giraffes seemed to find comfort in connecting with one another in their shared emotions. Number 5. Dogs. Dogs standing sanitary at graves or coffins of their deceased loved ones have been depicted for centuries in artwork. Researchers have known for years that dogs mourn when their owners die, and a recent study has revealed that more about inner workings of canine grief. Scientists now believe that to get an idea of how dogs grieve, we can consider them somewhat similar to the child of 2 to 5 years old. They don't understand the finality of death and cringe to the concept that the one who has gone will certainly return. This is why dogs often refuse to leave the side of their deceased owners. Number 6. Crows. It is probably no surprise that this highly intelligent member of corvid family is on the list. Crows have been seen to collect near the body of dead companion and call out to each other. But it's important to remember that responding to death is not always the same as mourning. Scientists believe that crows understand the relationship between death and the future threats. That's why they gather together. Hey, I think he died due to this pole and cable. Yeah, right. We should avoid sitting on those cables. Number 8. Magpies. Magpies belonging to the corvid family, known for their intelligence, have been noted for their funnel-like behavior. Upon encountering a deceased magpie, individuals will vocalize, which attracts others to the location of dead bird. This gathering that ensures involving magpies interact with the body, often bringing and placing twigs or grass nearby. While the purpose of this behavior is not fully understood, it resembles a collective acknowledgement of death and may serve a social function within the magpie community. This behavior is indicative of their complex social structure and cognitive abilities. A notable fact about magpies is their demonstrated ability to recognize themselves in a mirror. This trait is shared with only a few other animal species, which is considered a marker of their self-awareness and advanced cognitive function. This self-recognition capability may be related to their apparent recognition of death and its significance they seem to attribute to the deceased. Number 9. Sea lions. Sea lions are another animals that mourn and grieve. Mother sea lions exhibit a deeply emotional response to the loss of their pups. When a pup dies, a mother may vocalize extended mourning calls. This can be interpreted as a form of searching or calling out of the missing young. This auditory display of grief suggests a depth of maternal bond and difficulty in accepting the pup's death. Observations have also recorded mothers nuzzling their deceased pups and engaging in behaviors typically associated with nurturing and protection. These actions not only highlight the strength of mother pup bond but also broader social nature of sea lions. As highly social mammals, sea lions engage in communal activities such as resting in groups and playful interactions. This may enhance the impact of loss on individual and the group. The loss of a pup can disrupt these social dynamics, further highlighting the significance of such events within the community. Number 10. Whales. 7 different species of whales have been seen staying within their dead bodies and even taking their bodies with them. Researchers believe these may be specific case of mother grieving the loss of their young. These are very intelligent animals. Killer whales and pilot whales were also observed carrying dead calves to keep them above the water and pushing them towards boats. Other than mourning, scientists have not been able to find an explanation for this behavior. These were 10 animals that grieve for their loved ones after their death. If you like this video, you must consider subscribing to the channel. Always stick to the truth to be stick truth.